Oh, I'm so sad.
Rest in peace, Betty White. Yeah,
Oh, what a
almost made it to
wonderful
2022. Is that how you say it?
2022. She was going to be 100 years old.
So wild.
And I'm so sad. I'm a huge Golden Girls fan. I watch it on the daily. My Galentine's last year, no, the
Two
year
years
before
ago.
that, two
Yeah.
years ago, was Golden Girls themed, and I'm just so upset.
I know there was like a meme going around a few months ago, and it said like Betty White's about to be 103 months. Someone please go bubble wrap her
Yeah.
because we love her dearly, or something like that.
And I saw like another thing is like, you've made such a positive impact when you've lived 99 years and people said that wasn't enough.
I know,
Like that you
it's so
should have lived
sad.
longer. She has such funny quotes too. Like, like, why do people say grow some balls? Balls are weak and sensitive. If you want to be tough, grow a vagina. Those things can take a pounding. Oh, she was about being called a legend. I just laugh. I've got them fooled. I may be a senior, but so what? I'm still hot. Like she was just so funny. She was a gem. She was a gem.
Well, she lived a long, beautiful, prosperous life,
Yes.
and we're all going to miss her dearly. And
Yes.
at the end of the day, I think some people are just like jealous that she got out of it before 2022's bullshit started. So,
There's bound to be some bullshit.
yeah.
We're already starting it. This is new for us. We are on Zoom. We're in our separate households because your girl got it.
We think, allegedly.
Allegedly. I think
Genesis
that
she did not have an Omnicromny Christmas, but she had an Omnicromny New Year's. I think.
yes, very much so. I was out. I was out on NyQuil. It wasn't fun. I can tell you that. I got the V and it still was not fun. And I've avoided it these last 2 years, not once. And this one, the third variant took me out.
You literally said the day before, I don't know, I've missed out on it the past 2 years. I feel like I'm due for this strand. And then the next day you're like, I'm dying.
And that's exactly how it happened. I was feeling fine. I saw you. I picked you up from the airport on Monday. I was at Alyssa's house the entire Christmas weekend break. I picked them up from the airport. We gorge ourselves in food. I came home, went to sleep. I woke up. I had like a little bit of a sore throat and I was like kind of tired, but I'm like, hey, maybe I just didn't get any sleep. I took a nap and I woke up a half hour later and I couldn't get out of bed. Like that's how fast it happened.
I don't know, man. I really think you had the flu. But who knows? Either way, you're sick and I don't want you near me.
Either way, I don't want to be around anybody. I am going to just keep myself quarantined.
Yep.
I've been stuck in my house for way too many days. And I can't wait to be free.
Isn't it so crazy to think that like before COVID, when you were sick, you were expected to come to work still. You were like expected to be around people because it was just a cold. But like really, you shouldn't be around people when you're sick at all. And from my personal experience of having COVID, the common cold is way worse. My personal experience with COVID.
I mean, I don't get sick. Like I avoid the flu every year. I am not like a sickly person. Like I'm not just a person that gets sick all the time. My allergies can be out of control, but I can count as an adult, can count on one hand the times I've had a fever. Like maybe 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
So when this happened and it like I was legit on my couch for days, I was like, yeah, this isn't for me.
Yeah.
And how
And
quickly it happened.
are your parents okay? Is anyone else sick? Because you
No.
were with them right before that.
Yeah. And thank God, because my dad has surgery coming up, and he had all of his tests. He was cleared. They have not had any symptoms. Thank God, because, the surgery is really important for my dad. So
Yeah.
fingers crossed. But yeah, no, everybody that I have been in contact with was fine.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
feel
It's
like I've just
crazy.
been dodging illnesses and COVID left and right. Somebody's calling me every day, like, oh, I just saw you yesterday. I'm sick.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm still not, fingers crossed. I
I
do
texted
feel
you.
like,
I texted you
huh?
earlier that I said I texted you earlier that I licked every doorknob just so you
Yeah.
can.
I Lysoled the shit out of the house after I got home and you told me you were sick.
I felt so bad.
What can you do? It is what it is. We shall survive.
You did.
So what did you do for New Year's then? Alexa, I'm not talking to you, bitch. Excuse me. Sorry. Do you hear her?
I'm so happy that I have my earbuds in, because mine would be going crazy hearing you talk about it. I slept. I
Took
took
shots
NyQuil.
of NyQuil.
I took NyQuil and I I slept. I wasn't that excited about New Year's anyway. It's kind of, we haven't really talked about it, but it's been kind of like a crazy year, and I was just not looking forward to it. And so I was going to go watch some fireworks, hang out at some friend's house. And then when I was like, okay, I'm sick, I wasn't like, besides feeling like crap, I wasn't like, oh my God, I'm going to miss New Year's, because
Yeah.
I really wasn't like super stoked on it anyway.
Yeah.
Are you a big New Year's person? Are you like, I love the whole thing. I want the New Year's, I want the midnight kiss. I want all of that.
Not necessarily. When I was a kid or a young adult, maybe a little bit more, but I don't party, I don't get drunk. So like, what's the point?
Yeah.
Jeff and I kiss and then it's over. It's really not a big deal. There's been years that we've just stayed at home. There's been years that we've gone out. I think New Year's is one of those like fake holidays. Like I feel like there are other holidays I would rather have like time off for than New Year's, but I'm down to celebrate it if I'm invited. And we didn't have a crazy New Year's either. We
Yeah.
were just outside, like doing a bonfire at our friend's house. Like they were being super COVID cautious. They had like signs like walk around the house, don't come inside, come in to use the bathroom only. So I
Wow.
appreciated that. But yeah, that was really it. And Jeff
Are
went,
you in,
hmm?
what happened with Jeff?
Oh, I was saying he went fishing earlier that day on New Year's Eve, and then he came home and I was like yelling at him to do 1,000 things around the house, so he didn't get a nap in. So he was
Oh
like
no.
dying by the time midnight came. And I'm like, well, that's your fault. You're the one who got up to go fishing at 6 a.m. on New Year's. You should know better.
He should know better.
Like we got shit
You're a
to
brand new
do.
homeowner. Yeah.
Yeah, we have so
Um,
much to do.
are you a New Year's resolution person?
Yes, I try my hardest, and that's one of the things I want to ask you. I wrote down my New Year's resolution, and I want to know yours. Do you want to go
Okay.
first? Do you want me to go first?
I'm going to let you go first, because yours is probably more you go first. You go first.
So my New Year's resolution is to lose 15 pounds again because
Okay.
I lost it, I found it, and now I need to lose it again. I want to finish redecorating most of the house in the new year. I want to start another business venture in this new year, and I want to get new boobs.
New boobs. I love it.
I haven't brought that one up to Jeff yet. We'll figure that one out.
He doesn't know that one yet.
No.
Okay, so I think that you look amazing, but when you get on your health kick, you are on it. So I think that the first one is going to be super, super easy. Redecorating the house, totally feel you on that one. I have some funny stories of what I've done in my COVID state. And then new business venture. You're always starting new businesses. So I am so excited about this. And
I still don't have a plan yet, though. So
I know, but whatever you do, I know that it's going to be fantastic and I love it. And the new boobs, you can have mine.
like, please take them.
Can your business venture be figuring how to transfer that? Because you can have that. That is alone how I will lose 15 pounds in the next year.
I imagine your back probably hurts so much from big boobs.
All the time.
Yeah, it's
all
crazy.
the time. I'm like, and I'm trying to go see a chiropractor and I can't go until Friday or I get a negative test.
Yeah.
And I can't find any more tests. So
no,
I guess I'm waiting till Friday. I have a really negative outlook now on New Year's resolutions. And I don't know if it's because I wasn't feeling well, but I very much was like, it's just another day. Why do people act like this is such a big deal? Nothing's going to change. So, but as I'm thinking about it, I want to actually get into reading. I think the thought of reading is really nice. And I always buy books. I have a bookshelf. I have books that I've purchased that I always want to start. And I'm like, I'm going to really get into reading. And I'm so jealous of these people who read 50 books a day or 50 books a year. But I want to start and finish a book. And I'm going to set that bar super, super low and just say one book.
For the whole year?
I just want to get through one book.
What? You haven't gotten through a book in a year?
No, because I'll start it and then I don't. And then at night I'm like, oh, I'll read it before bed. But then I get on my phone and then I start to read it. I'm a terrible book reader. And I even have ones that's your daily reading and stuff like that. I think one of them is still on August.
So I don't know if you noticed, I changed my face filter and my eyes are kind of hazel now. I don't know what's going on, but I was over the other one. I'll probably change a few more times. Right now we're going cute, but as the podcast goes on, we'll get weirder. So you guys can really understand our weirdness because this is our first video.
I know. I might
do the
whole one like this.
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh yeah. Very COVID safe. So we were talking about your New Year's resolution of reading a book. And I want to let you know, you did read a book last year.
I did?
Yeah.
I'm still not done with it. Well, yes, I did. You
right. Read the story. You just didn't finish the poetry excerpts at the end. I
know. And we didn't finish reading for the listeners. So I guess do audiobooks count?
I think audiobooks count, yes.
Okay. Then
pretty sure they do.
All right, then I'm in.
So yeah, I think that's very attainable for you. You need shorter books, spooky books, stories that will suck you in. There are plenty of them. You can read 100 pagers. 100 pager R.L. Steins. You can get them done in one night. When I was a kid,
R.L.
I read a whole section of the library. There were 100 pagers, spooky, ghosties, and
I don't think
used
I
to
need
get
to
in
go to
trouble.
Goosebumps. I don't think I need to go to
No,
Goosebumps. I
R.L.
think that
Stein is like a level above, not Goosebumps. Just the R.L. Stein, like scary books. They're for adults, I think. I'm pretty sure. I have a
feel
good
like R.L.
collection
Stein,
too.
I feel like R.L. Stein is not adult. I feel like that is definitely like middle school.
Well, I'm going to pull one out of the closet and I'm going to read it tonight. I'm going to read one book tonight just to prove a point to you. And then I'll let you borrow it and see if you like it too.
Okay. Are you going to go pull it from Assistant Anthony's bedroom? Because that's where they should be, because they are middle school.
It's part of my private collection.
Oh my God.
So what else? Do you have any other resolutions, or are you just like anti-resolutions?
I think I might just be, I don't know. I think I just have this weird feeling towards New Year's resolutions this year where I'm just like, whatever. I don't know.
So I don't even think it has to do with like New Year's resolutions or like goals for yourself. Where do you want to see yourself in a year or in 6 months? In 6 months is June. I want to be actually bikini ready in June for the first time in my life. Like feel like I'm ready, have a plan, set it, stick to it, and then be like, I hit my goal. And then by the end of the year, have more goals and be able to like measure them. So really it's nothing to do with New Year's. It's more of like my personal annual goals. I think the word New Year's throwing you off a little bit.
You know what? I'm firing my therapist. I'm going
You're just going to hire me?
I'm going straight to Alyssa for everything.
So it was a very interesting year overall. And I don't know why it's doing this. Like, why is McDonald's only on one half and not the other? I really had high hopes for this filter.
When you move over, okay. Because I was going to say, when you move over, does it go away?
So this is just Alyssa McNugget at home.
I love Alyssa McNugget.
This is Alyssa McNugget at McDonald's.
I would love
guys, come on in. Don't forget to order your Happy Meal.
I would love some nuggets right now.
Right? All right, we're just going to go with this one. So one of the other things I wanted to talk about today, instead of like news, because obviously this is like a New Year's episode, a lot happened this year, right?
Yeah.
And I'm not even just talking about personally, like, yeah, I got married and I moved, whatever, who cares? I'm talking about in the world, right?
Yeah,
like,
who cares about that?
Yeah, who cares about, our personal lives? Like things that we've forgotten that happened this year. The Bernie Sanders meme, that was in 2021. That was
Which is crazy. Which is crazy because it totally feels like it was forever ago.
Yeah. Biden became president.
Mm-hmm.
I went broke from gas after that.
As we all did.
Kim and Kanye announced their split.
And she's dating, and she got with Pete Davidson.
And she's got a new man.
She really went from like one crazy to the next.
Yeah. Now, was Kanye's announcement for running for president, that was like longer ago than 21, right? That was 2020?
Yeah, because he was running in 2020.
Okay. I'm over this one. I want to be something else. That's nice. That's wildly inappropriate. Okay.
I know.
Okay. What else do I have on my list here that happened this year? SOS Cuba. That was
By the
21.
way, they're still under communist rule.
Isn't it such a shame? Like, it was getting so much attention for a short period of time, and then, like, what happened?
Everything is like that. Everybody wants to fight for something for literally 5 minutes until something else comes along.
Yep. It's so true. People's attention spans are, like, as short as my Snapchat filters.
I
Island Boys, the rise and fall of the Island Boys.
have they already fallen?
Who's talking about them anymore?
No one.
You know? Nobody's talking about them anymore. Vaccines came in with a promise to fix everything, and then left us in fear because COVID completely went away and then came right back to ruin Christmas. Do you like this one?
Leave this one for a while. This one's great.
Okay. You know, this is the one that was all over the news because the lady accidentally turned herself into a potato on a work Zoom call and she didn't know how to turn it off, but she couldn't leave the meeting.
I thought it was a cat.
You thought this was a cat?
No, I thought the one when she
got...
Let me a unicorn. Here we go.
Fun.
I have a list of people who died in 2021, and I am actually shocked by a lot of these people.
Yeah.
Okay, we knew Virgil from Louis Vuitton. Prince Philip was in 21. I don't know why that seemed like forever ago. Norm Macdonald died.
Who is that?
Norm Macdonald, the comedian?
I don't know who that is.
Oh, wow. You don't know Norm Macdonald? Okay. Biz Markie died.
I don't know who that is either. Show me a picture.
Say he's just a friend, but you say...
That's the guy that was the alien in Men in Black at the mail at the post office. Do you remember that part?
He died.
Damn. Biz Markie. R.I.P.
DMX died.
That I am well aware of.
I know, but I didn't realize that.
So
that
sad.
Was this year.
It also feels like a long time ago. You know what else feels like a really long time ago? R. Kelly was arrested in 21 and sentenced to jail. Tell me that doesn't feel like it was 3 years ago.
Yeah, well, first of all, because he's been on trial forever. I don't know why that took so long. Dustin Diamond died in 21.
Show me a picture.
From Saved by the Bell, Screech.
Oh, yes. He died of cancer. It was so sad.
In 20, I can't believe it was 21. Larry King died in 21.
I remember that. But I don't know. It feels like it was a long time ago. This year, 21 felt like 5 years long, literally.
I know. Colin Powell died.
Maybe it's because it was supposed to be the year of promise of better things, and then things got a little better, and then they got worse right at the end.
Yeah, the end was terrible. It's crazy. I just didn't realize, or I thought it was like a longer time ago, but it was literally just in 21. Like I thought Screech died years ago. Yeah. He was also a porn star. Did you know that?
I think I did hear that. I think I heard that once before. It wasn't like hardcore porn, like for a long time. Like he made a few cameos.
Yeah.
He probably did the Screech voice while banging some chick. I'm sure that was lovely to witness.
Some Saved by the Bell, like knockoffs.
Exactly. 'Cause I'm saved by the dick. Trump was banned from Twitter in 21. Doesn't that feel like it was forever ago?
Yeah.
And the government admitted aliens existed at the beginning of the year, and nobody gave a shit. That
Nobody
also
gave a shit.
happened.
Wait, was Killer Hornets in 21 too, or was that a 20 thing?
That was a 2020 thing, I believe, because it was part of the realms of hell that everyone was talking about. Like one of the what's it called? The Bible things.
The plagues.
Yes. Meghan Markle and Harry Prince peaked, and now no one cares.
No one cares.
Cinnamon toast shrimp happened this year.
I'm sorry, what?
Cinnamon toast shrimp. Do you remember? You don't remember it was going viral on Twitter? Some guy claimed that he got dried up shrimp in his cinnamon toast crunch. Do you recall this? Do you remember this?
No. No.
Britney became free.
Hello. That's like the number one. Why that should have been the first thing we talked about.
Yeah, the best thing that happened this year. You know what also happened in 2021 that nobody talked about? Did you know an asteroid almost hit the Earth? And we almost all died, but then it didn't hit, and nobody talked about it or knew it was coming.
Did you watch that movie Don't Look Up on Netflix?
I did.
Was that about that?
Well, that one hit in the movie. But it's very possible, you know. I feel like this potato is really becoming a part of my identity right now.
I do too. Like, I can't picture you now without being a potato. I can only see you as a potato. And the mob riot. The mob storms the Capitol was in 21.
Yes, it was. That it was. I know somebody was there. Did I ever tell you that?
No.
So one of my videographers that worked for me asked to like take PTO because he wanted to go there and film, and he bought like a press pass and he just wanted to film footage of all of it. I'm like, you're literally insane for going. You're going to get trampled to death and die. And he went anyway. And I don't know if he went in the Capitol. I think he did though, because he's a sneaky little shit like that. And because the footage that he got, he like posted online, and that company, Project X, what's it called? What am I trying to say?
I don't know.
You know, I'm not into this political stuff.
I know. So don't even ask me.
Okay. Well, whatever it's called, Jeff knows what it's called. It's like one of the main, oh my God, I have so many brain farts as a potato. One of the conservative news sources, like one of these like underground conspiracy news companies, they're like very well known. It's called like Project or Product something. Project X is a movie, and I'm just saying this by accident. They hired him because of his footage. They stole him from me at Banyan.
Oh my, and he left and he went to go work for them?
Yes.
Wow.
Let me ask Jeff. What is the name of company that my videographer went to work for that does conspiracy shit? Yeah, he was like hired to do video work for them and like hide in bushes and jump out on politicians as they're like taking their trash out and do all this crazy stuff. This is the same company. Their CEO's house got raided by the feds because he admitted to having Biden's daughter's diary.
Oh my God.
And it had notes in her diary that said that her dad touched her or something like that, or he like sniffed her. Who knows? I'm like slightly making up stories, but the feds raided his house looking for the diary. Crazy. I really wish I was better at speaking English, because I have like really important things to say. They just don't come out well.
You know what else happened in 2020? Remember the whole like GameStop? That's weird. The GameStop stock, that happened in January.
A lot of people got rich from that. I was not one of them.
I wish I was one of them either.
I'm very upset. You know, I had people in my department that knew about that and they didn't tell me. I said, if you ever get a tip like that again and you don't share it with me, you're gonna lose your job, sir. This is fun.
I know. Can we do this from now on?
Yeah, why not?
We invested all of this money in podcast equipment, and we're just going to Zoom it. And I'm going to figure out how to get better filters so that I can do it too.
All you have to do is download, everyone listening, all 20 people that are listening, download Snap Camera on your computers. It is the best. So when I have a work meeting and I look like shit, I don't have to worry about having makeup on. I can just go, hey, how you doing? It's Alyssa. Or I can be a happy sheep. Just like that. Just real easy. Okay, this is spooky. I don't like this one.
Oh, I don't like that one.
No, it's really ugly. I gotta find the sheep again. I was really enjoying the sheep. I know you were too, so I'm gonna put it back.
I don't like that. I don't like that one.
I lost the damn sheep. Oh, here it is. Okay, much better. The happy sheep is very relaxing.
All right, when we're done, I need to figure out what it's called because I just looked at Snap Camera in my app store and I don't see it.
Go to the website.
Okay, I'll do it later.
Yeah. Ghislaine Maxwell was found guilty. COVID went away and literally came back at the end of the year. And Betty White passed away. That's how we ended it.
And then we ended it with Betty White.
So sad. So sad.
Oh my God. So we didn't do a Christmas episode. So how was your Christmas? I stayed at your house.
Yes.
I want to talk about this because you texted me when you got back, and I have been thinking about that fish ever since you came back.
Oh my God, fishy. Yes. So we went away for Christmas. We went to my brother's house in Virginia. We had an amazing time. We almost got screwed on our way back because everybody's flights were getting canceled and delayed and all this crazy stuff. But we made it through. And we came home. Oh, this is a buck potato. That's interesting. And then I came home. Oh, I like your Christmas lights. It's so festive and on brand for what we're talking about here.
That's what I thought.
You know, I should have been the alien while I was talking about aliens before. Anyway, so we had a really great time. I don't know if you saw, I bought this game, Shock-tato, for my brother. Did you see that?
I did see the video.
So everyone had a great time playing that, and it really does shock the shit out of you. So I'm gonna invest and get another one. See, look how nice my makeup looks right now. And it's sparkling.
This is
so we can play it here at the house. I know. So then I came home in the fish. That's what you're asking me about.
Well, yes, because I was at the house and I was responsible for 3 dogs because I brought Django over for 3 dogs and a buttload of fish. And I literally was having anxiety and I was texting you like, okay, is it okay if I feed them early? Because I have to go to family at this time. And I was freaking out. And then you text me when you get home and you're like, were there 2 fish of these one kind of fish? And I said, I think so, but now I don't know. And now I'm convinced I'm a fish murderer.
You're not a fish murderer. We got down to the bottom of it. If anything, it was Jeffrey's fault. And I had to yell at him because when we bought this house, he made it seem like he was the fish master. He knew all this stuff. He doesn't know shit about fish. And if he did, like whatever information he knew in the past, he doesn't have it anymore. He's not with it. So
he learned from Finding Nemo.
Yeah, no, well, he used to have a tank, but it's been like 15 years. He doesn't remember anything. So he wasn't like aware of their behavior. So like I'm watching the fish and I see them like swimming in weird patterns and I ask him about it. He goes, oh yeah, they play from time to time. Turns out what they were doing is called tank surfing, and it's a sign of distress. And like he's like, oh, they're playing.
Do
You
fish
literally
play?
have. I mean, they can play with each other, not like, with tossing a ball around. They might swim around and have a good time, but like what they were doing specifically was a sign of distress. They were stressed out. And he's over here like, oh, they're playing. So like clearly you don't know enough about fish. So when we moved into this house, like two things broke on that tank: a light and I forget what the other thing's called, but it like pushes water across.
Yeah.
And anytime that anything changes in the tank, it disrupts their environment. They have to get like reacclimated to all of it. Like it just stresses them out. But with the lights, he had it like the white color on 100%, and it was causing an algae bloom, which is like creating all these extra chemicals in the water that didn't need to be there or bad for the fish. So when we came home, did you notice the tank was like really like crusty looking and red and yucky?
Yeah, and did you notice, like, because I took the little window squeegee and I tried to like run it across because I'm like, it's getting a little dirty. And then did you see that like one clear spot like in the middle of it? And then I was like, this is actually a lot harder than what I thought it was, and I don't want to like mess with anything, so I put it back. Like, what?
You got nervous
Maybe I
about
shouldn't
it.
do this. Yeah, but
That's
I did notice
okay.
it got dirty pretty quickly, and then I was like trying to clean the glass, and I was like, maybe I shouldn't do this.
Yeah, it was
After I
having
already
an
started.
it was having an algae bloom because the lights were too high. So anyway, to make a long story really short, I went to go feed them and I noticed that one of the chromies was missing. And I was like, obviously this is a bad sign. And I immediately called our fish guy, and he was like, it was like a Monday, and he was like, I can't get out there till Friday. Like, cool. Let me just freak out every day. I could not sleep. I couldn't even sit in this room without like being stressed out looking at the tank because I was so worried that we were bad fish parents and that I was going to wake up and the whole tank was going to be dead. And I felt so responsible.
Oh,
I wound up firing that guy. He doesn't really know it yet, but I don't think I have to worry about him listening to this.
he
But
heard
it
it here
really
first.
bothered me. Like, if he had just come sooner, the chromie might have been alive. The blood is on his hands. He's the murderer here
So
because
did you
I
find
tried to
him?
get them to help. No, he dead. He gone.
So what happens when they die?
So when they die, like they might fall down into the tank or they float. The other fish will eat them. Our shrimp probably ate it. And they said they'll clean up a body in like 2 hours. So you won't even know. It's just straight up missing. And you have to assume that it got eaten.
They had sushi.
Yeah, it's crazy, right?
Oh my God.
So
Well,
it
I
was
had the blood
really
on my hands. I felt like I had the blood on my hands. Okay.
I don't know what's going on. The
Right?
blood.
Can we keep this G rated, please?
The blood was not on your hands. It wasn't your fault. You don't know. You did exactly what I asked you to do. The problem is a combination of the fish guy and Jeffrey because he told me he knew everything about fish tanks and he does not. Okay. If he did, he wouldn't have made the light color the way that it was to create the algae bloom to kill the fish. So, and he doesn't pay enough attention to them. So,
I was stressing out. I would count the little nuggets because you're like 8 of each. And if I felt like it wasn't 8 and like I accidentally dropped too many, I would throw them all back in and start counting over. I was so worried about it wasn't good for my mental health. I'll tell you that.
yeah, but it's just ironic because fish tanks are supposed to make you like calmer and happier. But you just felt so
Yeah.
much responsibility on your shoulders. That was the part that was stressing you out.
Yeah.
You did good. Don't stress it. The blood is not on your hands, like I said.
Okay, that's
You're an
good.
actress in a movie. Oh, that's so cute. Look at you.
I know. This is really bad for our ADD. Do you have any? So, is the shocking potato going to be like a new tradition, like a new Christmas tradition?
I hope so, because it was a lot of fun. I did not expect that to be so much fun when I bought it without even thinking twice about it. I was like, whatever, I need a white elephant gift. And the look on my brother's face when he pulled it out of the box and his excitement, he's like, we need to play this right now. Running, putting batteries in it, and everyone just sitting down ready to rock. And I'm like, we're really doing this right now? Like, it shocks the shit out of you.
Can you put it on different?
Huh?
Is it have levels, or is it just like one level of shock?
It does have different levels, but it's only one level of shock. So there's like lane that just plays music and doesn't shock you for people that are like scaredy cats. And then it has the music and the shock. And then it has a level of just silence with shock. But the music is spooky.
The music is spooky?
Yeah, like the music going around in the circle is spooky. I forgot when we were talking about our New Year's resolutions, I was supposed to play our song. Oopsies. I have too much ADD.
Yeah,
why don't you have a piece of toast, huh? Speaking of toast, have you made your bread in a while?
No, and as I'm home and like starting to feel better, I also still have it in my trunk. I'm gonna pull it out tomorrow and make a loaf of bread. I feel better now, and I want some fresh bread.
You've literally been driving around with a bread maker in your car for a month. I just wanted to put that out there.
I thought you were my friend, and I would appreciate if you didn't point things out that are incriminating. So thank you.
Well, you just never know when you're going to need to make a loaf of bread.
You never know when you're on the side of the road and you have to make a loaf of bread. What if there's an apocalypse? Didn't we say that I was going to be the bread maker if an apocalypse happens? What if I'm on the road when this apocalypse happens?
Well, then I guess you have to make some bread for us.
I'm ready. I'm prepared, because if I'm not going to stay in my apartment, I'm going to come find you guys so we can all come together.
Yeah.
I love that.
I love the animals. They're great, right?
I love it. But no, I'm gonna make bread. While I was at your house, though, most satisfying thing ever was I spilled some coffee on my seats, and so I took your carpet shampooer and I cleaned all of the inside of my seat.
Of your car? My car.
Yeah.
Yeah, that thing works pretty great.
It was so satisfying. I can't. You look like a high pig. You look like a stone, because it's not registering your eyes, so it's just very squinty, and you look straight up stoned.
So, how was your Christmas? We talked about mine, but we didn't talk about yours.
It was good. We did church service for Christmas Eve. And then every year we do dinner at like our family friend's house. We don't have any family here, or we don't have a ton of family here. So we just go to our friend's house, and we have so much fun. We do a big dinner. There's probably like 25 people. One of them gave me COVID. And it's like the nice setup outside and great food. We sing Christmas carols, and so our tradition, like we all sit in the living room, and the tradition is to take 12 days of Christmas and we split it up so different people are responsible for different days. And so that's kind
of like doing solos.
Well, not solo, but like duet solos.
Got it.
So like, or
that would be scary.
Yeah. So like, depending on how many people there are, then we take those 12 days. So sometimes it's 2 people, sometimes it's 3 people. Now you're a piece of pasta. You look like a chicken. And then we do a white elephant gift exchange, and some people kind of sucked on their white elephant Christmas gift.
I know we talked about this. You said that people just really didn't come to play and they didn't max the budget. That's very important in a white elephant.
You max the budget, right?
Yes, because it's not fair.
I mean, mine was definitely last minute, but I felt like mine was actually kind of like useful. So my white elephant gift was a Roku, which
Yes.
I feel like
Great
you
gift.
can use. Great
Yes.
gift, right? Like all of my TVs, I have one smart TV and two regular TVs. And if you don't have it, it's cheaper than an Apple TV. You can still get Apple TV Plus, whatever. I thought it was a great idea. And it was on sale at Target, and I maxed out my budget. I got a toilet bowl light.
Have you not set it up yet?
I have not.
So they're actually really great when you get it installed. And it's not difficult. The ambiance is really beautiful. If you got to wake up in the middle of the night and pee, you don't have to worry about turning a light on or like stumbling into the dark. You have this like nice blue glow that just keeps you relaxed, keeps you kind of sleepy. It is pretty nice.
I don't turn on the light when I have to go to the bathroom.
So what do? You just stumble in there?
Yeah. I mean, I know my path. I know my path. Should it?
I don't know.
I actually,
it's not.
I get more scared like in the shower. Like I'm gonna be in a scene from Psycho, and so I'm gonna like see a shadow through the shower curtain.
Really?
Oh yeah. Like I have anxiety every time I take a shower that someone's gonna like come into my apartment.
Yeah, that sounds like trauma.
I don't know what this is from. I've never been kidnapped. But then yeah, so and hung out with my parents. We do nice. Why did I reboot? We have a Christmas tradition. We make my grandma's cookies every year.
What kind of cookies are they?
They're just called delicious cookies. Literally on the recipe card, it's called delicious cookies. But it's like a shortbread, but with almonds. And they're absolutely amazing. And so what we do is we take a cookie for anybody that we've lost, and we put the cookie outside, and my mom puts them in the tree and like says, I don't know, like for them to take it. And we're like, oh, the squirrels will take it. And my mom's like, I don't think the squirrels take the cookies. She thinks that our loved ones comes and grabs them. So we put a cookie out for each of my grandmothers, and we put a cookie out for Brian. And when we went back out a couple hours later, all the cookies were gone.
Really?
Yeah. So that's kind of and I made the joke that it was the squirrels, and my mom's like, I don't believe that it was the squirrels. I think they come and get them. And I said, I like that mentality. So that's like kind of like our sweet little Christmas tradition.
So how long have you been doing that for?
My mom, since my my mom's mom passed away before my dad's mom. And she passed away in 2006. And then my other grandmother passed away in 2011, I think. So yeah.
So since then, whose idea was it to start this? Like, is this like a known thing? Sorry, I keep disappearing because I'm walking. It's my laptop's dying, so I've grabbed the charger.
I just see a 3-boobed orangutan on the screen. No, my mom just kind of like made this up that she was going to put a cookie outside for like her mom, and then with my other grandmother, and then with Brian this year.
That's very sweet.
I know.
I like that a lot.
I don't think it's like a well-known thing. I think it's just something that my mom kind of did.
Yeah.
And she loves it. And so.
And every year you put them out and the cookies get taken away.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
Well, I hope your cookies continue to be eaten in the New Year's to come.
I will make you some of these cookies because they are, as their name is, delicious.
You left cookies here.
Yeah, but I don't think any delicious cookies were in there.
Oh. Well, that's
I did leave cookies there because I wasn't going to bring them
home.
Yeah.
Jeff definitely snacked on some of them.
Oh, good. Well, I didn't make any of them. Okay. So
Okay.
we thought of a funny segment as we're getting ready for this. And that is to look at our Facebook memories and read them. And then we also have to wrap up with a reading from the diary.
Yes.
So, do you want to start or do you want me to start?
You start because I gotta find mine.
Okay.
Oh,
so, 14 years ago, I was working. But I didn't spell working right. I was also running around looking for love. Haha. 13 years ago on this day, my status is who with a whole bunch of O's.
What does that even mean?
I don't know. No.
Oh, Jeff just got back to me. It's called Project Veritas. Veritas. Does this sound familiar to you?
Verada?
Veritas. Project Veritas.
No,
Okay.
it doesn't.
So
and 9 years ago, I was in Orlando. Oh, 8 years ago, this random, crazy, stupid crap that happens to me on a daily basis would be an amazing TV show. Who has the hookup? Because I can't make this shit up. I don't know what happened to me that I warranted a TV show. Oh.
And you didn't say.
No, but I did. I said it in the comments because someone said, should I even ask? I said, my morning has started with me freaking out that my car was stolen. It wasn't. I met my friend at Publix and hopped in her car. Supposed to get my car, but I started cooking and she left. Totally forgot about my car. So after my heart attack, I had to walk to Publix to get my car and late for work because I'm an idiot. It's only 10 a.m. I felt like that warranted me to have a TV show.
You know what's great? I've done that before. I forgot my car somewhere and then woke up the next day and was so confused as to where my car was. Yours are better than mine. I have 8 years ago, Friday night, first weekend back home, and I can't stop internet surfing. I can only imagine that I won't leave the apartment all weekend if I turn the TV on. Hashtag couch potato. I feel like I wrote that for attention and nobody gave it to me. And then 6 years ago, I posted this meme that says, I spent 1.5 hours cleaning this kitchen. If you mess it up, I will cut you, love, mom. It's not really a meme, just a picture. And I said, real talk. I know the feeling. And that's all I have. But aside from that, I have my story, which you were supposed to read the next chapters. And unfortunately, we're Zooming with each other, so you'll not be able to.
But I'm sure you could do a really good job reading it for me.
And you know what? This is an important one because it has the diagrams now, so it's good that we're on Zoom.
Yeah.
To explain it. Okay. And then there is one more thing I just want to say before we close up with the segment from my story. I just want to thank all of our listeners over the past year and being on this journey with us. We're growing so much as individuals, and we are proud of you and us. And without you, we are nothing. So continue to support your friends in their future endeavors. Tell them they can, even if you don't think so, because you never know what you say might make a difference in the world.
Snap, snap, snap. That was very moving and touching.
Thanks.
I mean, I don't want to piss off any of our listeners, but technically we could still have a podcast if nobody listens, but it's more fun. I'm just kidding. Negative Nelly over here. I haven't been around humans, so
You just need a little more human interaction.
I need some human interaction.
So now you guys get to see Alyssa's journal in the flesh. And we're currently on chapter 3. But Jen, I don't know if you know this, but it goes from chapter 3 to chapter 5. There is no chapter 4. I just skipped that part.
I did notice that, and I said I wanted to know what happened.
Also, my handwriting was way better back in the day. And what was the name? The fake name I used, Ryan Johnson.
I think it was Ryan. I feel like it was something kind of a little phallic. Hold on, I'm gonna look it up right now because I want to make sure. I think it was Ryan Johnson. We have it in Ryan Johnson. You were right. You were right. You were right.
All right, guys, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to chapter 3. It's been 2 months of high school at Hammersholt. I really like it, especially the lockers. I still hadn't really met Ryan, but little did I know that fate was on my side. Alyssa, please come with me in the hallway. I need to tell you something, said Miss Dugan. I'm going to switch you to my 9th period class because there are too many girls in this class. I have chosen you because I think you're responsible enough to handle this. Wow, thanks, Miss Dugan, I said. I didn't like the person that sat next to me anyway. But because of the switch, we didn't want to make it complicated. So you now have science 8th period and social studies 9th period. Simple as that. And it starts tomorrow. I was kind of disappointed because I hate change. But because I was happy too, I didn't worry. I was kind of excited, actually. Chapter 5. I walked into my new science class and stood there like a nut. Class, welcome Alyssa Valentin, who got her classes switched, Mr. Kirsten said. I take a look around the classroom. I almost peed in my pants when I saw Ryan in the classroom.
No!
At the time, he was stabbing his binder. Then he looked up at me and smiled. I wasn't sat near him, sadly. Actually, I couldn't even see him from where he was. I was sat at a table with the Chinese boy that smelled like farts, some guy with a foaming mouth, and actually a really good-looking guy. As the class went on, I also found out their names. I'm going to skip this part because these are real names of real people and I don't want them to feel bad about themselves. But know that the Chinese guy who smelled like farts was also mean. It happened to be that Ryan was in my new social studies class too, but sadly, I was sat at a table by myself. After a few weeks of new classes, we switched seats. Here's a new map of both classes. So you can see here, this is a map of the seats. And I was placed directly with the man of my dreams.
Put it up to the camera.
Sitting inside. It has his name on it though. I'm scared.
Oh, okay.
Oh wait, I got it. Okay, I have it hidden. So you can see science is on this side, and then social studies is on the other side. So in science, we're sitting at the same table now. And then in social studies, the love journey is beginning. In social studies, we're not at the same table, but we're right at the corners. So we're like next to each other.
Do you remember this? You remember sitting next to him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember a lot of it.
Yeah.
What good luck did I have? Not only that, but we became really good friends. Wow, there's another map in this one too. So that was 2 more chapters. I don't know what we want to do, but the story's only 4 more pages long. So
we'll finish it out. Let's leave our listeners on the hook for one.
Oh, leave on the hook. Okay, and then we'll get to the poems. There's a lot going on here.
Mm-hmm. The poems are really good. The love
poems.
promises.
What is this?
In those.
What is wrong with me? Is this a diagram of like my old house?
Yeah, I remember that.
We talked about this. Yeah, it was the upstairs of my old house. And the bathroom in between the doorways.
Were you planning a heist?
I guess so. I was trying to sneak into my sister's room and steal shit. Who knows? Well, anyway. That's all we have for today, I think.
I love it.
You want to close this out with anything, Jen?
Yes. Be sure to tune in every other Friday. We're getting back on schedule, you guys. Between holidays and New Year's and the vid, it was a little out of whack, but we are coming back every other Friday for a new episode of Lower Your Voice. Follow us on Instagram and on Facebook at Lower Your Voice Pod. Make sure you're subscribing for notifications and new episodes. Don't forget to leave us a review.
Yes, please. Reviews.
Tell your
friends about us.
Tell your friends to pull up. Talking in real audios, because I do.
What?
I watched I talk in real audios, like reels.
Oh, you mean because you watch so many of them?
Yeah.
That you memorize them?
Yeah.
Do bad,
Tell
girl.
Your friends to pull up.
I don't know that one.
I love this video. I can't wait to edit it. I think we should do this more often, or figure out a way to actually film us when we're together.
I know we need to. It'd probably be better, but we need like a real camera to do that. But you know what? It's okay. We're not professionals. This works for now. But I definitely have ADD when it comes to the filters.
Yeah, that's a problem. I do too. So, but subscribe, Facebook, Instagram. You can follow us, subscribe on YouTube, and subscribe on wherever you listen to podcasts.
Yes, girl. All right, yes. Bye, Felicia.
Bye, Felicia.
We got